Hi everybody, it's Stacy and today is day 10 of my juicing journal. And when I started this, I had big hopes that I would be able to do this for a long time. And especially the first couple days, so for those of you who are starting out, it's so hard. You can't imagine really if you're doing an extended juicing that you're going to cross a finish line of 30 days or 60 days, or for some people 100 days. And I will tell you, in the first few days, I kept telling myself, well, just even to save face, if I can just make it to day 10, right? Like, if I can just make it to day 10 and say I did that, then I can save a little face because I put it out there I was going to do this, right? And and it was hard those first couple days because you really, it's such a change from a drastic change from the way you've been living. And so I kind of been reflecting on that I really had put out there as my safety net, and kind of my way to save face was at least to make it to day 10 and not feel like a total failure if I bailed on this thing. Well, it's day 10 and it's so much better on this side of like day 3, 4, 5 to get to day 10. It's night and day, as far as just how I don't feel bad. Like I'm not feeling like I have to quit, or that I every minute I'm questioning, should I quit? And I think a few things have really saved me as far as not being, what has stopped me from quitting? Because it's easy to quit. It would have been really easy for me. I've been tempted several times this week. I work for, uh, I work full time for a corporate company, but I also have a side gig with Lime Life by Alcone, and my 2 year anniversary is this month. So they have a practice of sending us Cheryl's cookies on our anniversary. So I got a FedEx box earlier in the week, and it was a package of Cheryl's cookies, delicious sugar cookies and chocolate chip and oatmeal raisin. I shouldn't be talking about it because it just makes me want them. But I was like, oh, so I couldn't wait for my sons to get home so they would eat them and I wouldn't be tempted. And then that same night, my youngest had just finished driver's ed, and we carpool with a family that lives just down the block because their son's doing it too, one of my son's friends. And he walks in the house with a half a pizza. So literally, he's sitting there eating Cheryl's cookies and pizza, which, if you know me, that's my food. Like, I don't have to be hungry to eat a whole pizza. Like, I love it cold. I love it for breakfast. I love it for lunch, snack, dinner. I mean, it really would serve all my meal needs to just eat pizza. In fact, my husband loves to play the game like, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine, pizza. It's hard to find a bad pizza. So I've been tempted this week for sure with watching them eat pizza and Cheryl's cookies. So, you do have your moments of temptation, but I think for the first time in years was there a pizza in front of me where I at least didn't eat one slice, and that was this week, and I did not eat one of those cookies. So, the things that have kept me going is really my friends that are doing this, having my husband that's doing this, um, having support groups like Juicing Mama's Facebook page, and creating this YouTube channel where I know people are I'm not saying I'm a major YouTube influencer and people are, I've got thousands of people watching, but I'm getting a few views and I know people are watching to see if I stick with this. And so this whole accountability through this channel has really helped me as well. And then, I've never been one though, like, I'm not the big sweets person. Like, I know a lot of people are like, I miss sugar. I'd really, they want that. But if you put cookies in front of me and a platter of cheese and crackers, I will go for the cheese and crackers every time. Or chips, or salsa and chips. I love the salt. So one of the things it's been hard for me a little bit too, because a lot of the juices I was doing initially were sweet eater. Even the mean green has a sweet taste to me. I really love savory. I've often joked in my life I should just get like a salt block that they put out for animals, because that's how much salt in my life I love. There's just never enough salt. I never even taste food and I salt it. That's how much I love savory. So the part that was struggle for me, if you're not a big sugar person, is a lot of the juices have a real sweet taste to them. And so early on I was making vegetable broth, and that really did help too. And I haven't had any in a couple days. And the reason I haven't had any in a couple days is because I've found a savory juice, and I have gone, kind of bonkers in making it. Last night I think I made probably over a gallon of it, which is Juicing Mama's husband Todd's V8 style juice. In fact, I'm drinking some of it right now. But what I'm finding is, since I am such a savory minded person versus sweet, that this has really balanced my sweet and savory through the day. So I'm not feeling that big draw to the salt that I normally have. So, it's kind of crazy. And, at the beginning of this, I really had high hopes that I could do it this long. You never really know, because I've never really tried to do anything like this before. So I'm on day 10, and I'm sticking with it. I rode my bike over my lunch today for an hour. I actually put my hands on my chubby little hips as I was riding, and I'm like, I think there's a little bit less blubber there, maybe. I mean, I want to hope that, right? I'm starting to feel like I'm not as bloated, and like maybe things are sinking in. And I'm trying to stay away from the scale too, because I can really get in my head and sabotage myself if I get on the scale and it's not going down, or if it's up one day and down the other. So I did not weigh today. I'm really trying to wait until Wednesday, which will be my 2-week mark, to weigh. So my goal is still 30 days. But I'm just going to see how it goes. I may do it longer than that. I may not. I'm just going to see how my body feels, where I'm at with some of my goal weight, and if really I feel like I can continue to do this longer, I think I will. So I think it's going well. I know my husband wants to eat more than I do. I think I'm holding him accountable more than he wants to be, but he needs it too. So that's where we're at. So I just thought I'd check in. It's day 10. I'm feeling good, and I hope everybody juices on.